Hello and welcome to day one of the challenge. I hope that you have managed to find 10 minutes of quiet alone time, but if not, don't worry, just get through this the best you can because you are still going to feel so much better for doing it. Today's practice is just a quick 10-minute gentle yoga practice, so grab your mat or find a space and let's begin. Okay, so for today's practice, I'd like you to find a comfortable seated position. If you can sit cross-legged, that would be great. If not, you can always come up onto your knees or you can even sit in a chair. So find somewhere that works for you, hands on the knees, close down the eyes, and just take a moment here to notice your breath, notice your heart rate, notice the speed. And let's take a big inhale through the nose and sigh it out. Do that again, big inhale and exhale. One more time, big inhale and exhale. Just come back to your natural breath. And just notice, even in this short amount of time, when was the last time that you actually sat and let yourself breathe? Or notice what was going on in your body. And just slowly blink open the eyes. Okay, so we're going to bring the hands down by the sides. We're going to inhale, bring the hands up above the head. And then as you exhale, you're going to bend it over to one side. So one hand comes on the ground, the other reaches over. Now make sure that your chest isn't collapsing here. You're opening your top elbow to the ceiling. So it's like you're opening your heart and your chest. And lean over. Try to keep both hip bones on the ground. Should be feeling a stretch all down one side. And again, you can do this on your knees. You can do it on a chair. Inhale your hands back up. Exhale, bend it over to the other side. So the opposite side, again, just make sure that you're opening the chest. You're not collapsing inwards. Inhale, bring your hands back up above your head, and then exhale, twist it to one side. So one hand comes behind you, the other hand comes on the knee. Lengthen through the spine as you inhale, and as you exhale, you'll see if you can twist a tiny bit more. Now make sure that most of the twist is coming from the torso and not just your neck yanking over your shoulder. So every inhale, you lengthen through the spine. Every exhale, see if you can twist a tiny bit more. But we're not yanking the body into the full twist here. We're just going until you feel a sensation. And during any point in today's practice or during this challenge, if you have any pain, then please come out of the pose. Pain is a big no. We don't want any kind of pain. A little bit of discomfort is fine, but no pain. Inhale the hands back up above the head, and exhale, twist it to the other side. And again, you might find a tiny bit of resistance to start with because you've just twisted on the other side. So every time you inhale, lengthen. Every time you exhale, see if you can twist a tiny bit more. Couple breaths here. Make sure that those shoulders don't creep up towards the ears. Loosen them down the back. And then come back to center. We're going to open the legs up. So if you are sat on a chair, you might want to come down to the ground now. Open the legs up wide in front of you. Place the hands down by the side, so next to your hips. Lengthen through the spine. Now, if you're already feeling a deep sensation in your legs here, the backs of your legs, stay here. If you're not feeling much, you can bring your hands in front and fold forward. So you're folding forward as much as you can until you start feeling something, maybe in the legs, in the hips. And everybody's going to be feeling this in a different place. So just go until you feel a slight stretch. These poses are great to do, by the way, if you are sat on the floor playing with your child. I tend to do this while playing Barbies. Just have a quick little yoga stretch, sneaky yoga. Breathe into it. And it doesn't matter if you can't get down very far. Walk your hands back in if they were down. And we're going to come all the way over onto all fours. So wherever you are, just make your way onto your knees. Hips are above the knees, shoulders are above the wrists. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Take an inhale, drop the belly down, look forward. Exhale, push the mat away, round the back, draw the belly button towards the spine, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, stick the bum out, drop the belly down, look forward. Exhale, push the mat away, tuck the tailbone, round the back. One more time. Inhale, belly down. Exhale, reverse. And then come back to neutral. Leaving your hips above your knees, take your hands out nice and long ahead of you. So reach forward, and then we're going to drop the chest down to the ground as much as you can here. Now you might not go very far, and again, that's fine. Maybe you can rest your forehead on the mat. Maybe you can even go so low that you rest your chin on the mat. Wherever you are, just sink your chest as low to the ground as you can. This is quite a deep stretch for the shoulders. So really pay attention, make sure that you're breathing and not holding your breath. And then coming back up onto your hands, just slowly walk your hands back in. Bring the hands out slightly further than the shoulders. Lean over your wrists so you're in a half plank. So it's like you're in plank pose, but your knees are down. Keeping the elbows going backwards, we're going to slowly lower all the way down to the ground. Now, if you've done any kind of fitness, your elbows might want to go out to the side. Make sure that they don't. Bring them backwards instead. So you lower down to the ground. Your hands come next to your chest. Inhale, push into your hands. Lift your belly and your chest off the ground. Pelvis stays on the mat. And then exhale, back down. Push back up onto your knees and just sit on your heels for a moment. Okay, so we've come to like a kneeling position here. Left hand is going to come behind. The right hand is going to sweep past the left side of the body, and as it does, you're going to lift the hips up. The right hand comes up over your head. It's kind of like an easier variation of a camel. Take a couple breaths here. Lower the hips back down. Bring the hands all the way around, come past the front. Left hand comes behind. As the right hand sweep past the right, as the left hand sweep past the right side, lift your hips up. Left hand comes up and over. Take a couple breaths, feel that opening maybe in the hips, in the back, in the stomach, in the arms. Come back down, lower your hips, toes together, knees wide, walk your hands out, drop your belly down to the ground. Have a little wiggle side to side, make sure that your belly's not stuck on your legs, just bring it in. Lower your head down and completely relax here. It doesn't matter, again, if you can't get very low. Just come to your natural breath and let everything go. And slowly lift your head, walk your hands back in, and again, just make your way into a comfortable position. Place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Close down the eyes. Just take some nice long inhales and exhales. Feel the chest and the belly move as you breathe. Let the belly balloon out. We tend to have a tendency to hold the belly in. Let it expand. Release the muscles. And then releasing the hands down. Blink open the eyes. Let's bring the hands down to the side again. Inhale, sweep them up above your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Namaste. Well done for taking some time out for yourself today. I really hope that you enjoyed this class. If you did like it, please help me support my channel by giving me a thumbs up, subscribe. And tomorrow we have a breathing exercise that helps with stress and calming down the mind and the body. So I will see you then.